The new Ineos Grenadier is a species on the verge of extinction, but it promises to save us from the dullness of modern SUVs. Will it be the savior of the hardcore mechanical off-roader, or just a billionaire's vanity project to sell nostalgia? To answer all those questions today, we're taking apart a brand new Grenadier.
Oh, we didn't disconnect the intake. Oh my God.
To figure out some of the key components that set this thing apart from everything else on the road. Heber, glove up. Welcome to Donut. Now I know what you're thinking, why would I just mercilessly destroy an $80,000 vehicle? Well, this is a prototype from Ineos. And here's the thing with prototypes, they cannot be sold, they have to be destroyed.
Right, DJ, right away.
So in the name of science, we are destroying this one. Me and Heber together. And I think we should say a prayer for this momentous occasion that we're about to embark on. Heber, not every day we're able to make change in this world. Not every single day are we able to make a positive impact. But here's what you have to remember. Apart, we are just small drops in the ocean, and together, we are one big drop in the ocean. Amen.
Amen.
I love you.
I know.
I think our first order of business should be getting the ladder frame exposed, because it's pretty important and I want to show it to you guys. That's a body mount, my friends. Heber, you're not allowed to keep any of the parts.
Not even the nuts?
Not even the nuts, not even the bolts.
Here we go.
Yep. Holy hell, what the hell is all that cracking noise?
Oh, there it is, look.
Oh, there's more body mounts.
There's more body mounts to the radiator here. So I'm pissing. Oh no. Stuff is still breaking as we speak.
Battery is actually located under the rear seats. So when you're going through water or deep mud or whatever it is, you know, you don't want your battery getting all soaking wet.
One of the things we gotta disconnect is the fuel tank, because the fuel tank's connected to the frame. There you go, pop it. Oh yeah, there you go. This is not the proper way to do this, as you can clearly see. But this is science, guys. You ready?
Yep.
Ooh.
Keep going. Yep.
Ooh.
Things are happening.
Okay. How's that look?
Looking good, looking good.
Keep going. Oh.
It's coming out the other one.
There you go.
There's a river under here.
Man, this trail is tough. And if I don't get to the top of it, the guys are gonna laugh at me.
Fella, why don't you get a grip and use me?
It's Robert the Fun Time Dino 82 Extreme, yeah.
Hi kids, why are you so down?
Hi, Robert, the Fun Time Dynapro AT2 Extreme. We want to go off-road, but we don't want to sacrifice on-road comfort.
Well, get a grip and use me.
Wow, Robert, thanks.
Dynapro AT2 Extremes are Hankook's all-terrain tire. We're great on sand, rock, and snow. The specially designed scoops along my shoulders give you stability off-road, and my deep sidewalls protect against cuts and punctures.
Can my tires even make this trip?
Hey Zach, get a grip and use me. Dynapro AT2 Extremes are backed by an up to 70,000 mile tread wear warranty, so you know you can rely on us.
I'm sorry, is this like a pre-established character or something? That's Robert, the Fun Time Dynapro AT2 Extreme. He rocks.
If you want a tire that can go the distance, use Hankook Dynapro AT2 Extremes. Click the link below to learn more.
Keep going. Oh, what am I leaking now? Oh, it's on the back. Oh no. Hold on, get the bucket. Ah. There you go.
Man, this thing's all messed up, man.
I sure hope the tire rotation on my $80,000 SUV is ready. No! No!
Oh, you said rotate the tires? I thought you said rotate the car. We were about to just turn the body the other way.
Oh, that makes sense.
The first major component that we should talk about is the frame, obviously. This is the foundation for this entire vehicle. And the reason that we ripped the body off is because, in my opinion, when you're buying one of these cars, what you're buying is the entire underside of it. This is what costs so much money. This is what you're really paying for. It's the ladder frame, and it's co-designed with Magna Steyr, which is the same company that actually makes the G-Wagon frame. But don't just let me tell you this stuff. Heber, get the chop chop. Damn, this thing is bulletproof.
They're judging your strength online right now.
Dude, I think you cut into a piece of the frame that's like quadruple reinforced down here.
It's time for the next tool then, I guess. Oh, you want to rock, paper, scissors for it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. No, it's 3 shoot. 1, 2, 3. Oh my, you know what? I'm doing it. Get out of the way.
The other thing about this frame that's pretty unique is the fact that it's not galvanized, because they wanted to make it easy for field repairs. That way you could strip off some of this E-coating and weld to this in case something did break. Instead, they put a coating on top of it and wax infused everything inside the frame. This is really good. It's very good to have an inside of your frame completely coated so that it doesn't corrode as well. It makes keeping this car for 400, 500,000 miles a lot easier. There's a lot of pros to having a waxed inner frame. That's reinforcement.
No way.
Yeah. This is good. This is reinforced. This is a real truck, and you feel it when you're driving. Also, I don't want to just rip this thing apart in the garage. I want to show you how it translates to the real world. And this is where that frame really shines, off-road. This is the best part about having a ladder frame design. They're tough, they're rugged, they're proven. Manufacturers have realized that the best shape for an off-road SUV is a square. With this box, it's pretty narrow. It fits between everything really, really easily, like all these Joshua trees. The other reason is, a big, huge box means lots of space on the inside. The back of this thing, where all your cargo goes, is like a cave. One other thing that you'll notice with the body is that there's T-track all along the sides so that you can attach things to the outside of here. The next thing for us to check out is these diffs.
All right.
Nice job, Hebs. Now we just gotta cut these brake lines. This is exactly what you do to your enemies. You go and cut these lines, let them suffer a horrible death.
We do not condone cutting lines at Donut. This is all jokes.
Now that we have the rear axle all the way out, it's probably a pretty good time to talk about it. These axles, front and rear, have been made by Carrara. Now, Carrara is actually a company that mostly makes axles for tractors that run day and night, always in the mud, doing farm work, etc., etc., etc. This thing is like the modern day tractor. And the unique thing about this rear axle is that it's the exact same as that front axle is, because this thing is solid axle front and rear, which is amazing because a lot of four-wheel drives these days have gone to being IFS in the front, which IFS is not necessarily bad, but there's a lot more moving parts. It's a lot less reliable. A solid axle in the front and the rear is much stronger, easier to repair, and it articulates much better off-road. The drawback usually is the on-road handling. And when you get yourself all bound up in a situation like this, where you have these giant ruts to get over, this is the kind of place where you want lots and lots of articulation and controlled articulation. And basically what you're looking at here, instead of with an IFS vehicle, is that an IFS vehicle will tend to get pretty sketchy over these sorts of obstacles, mainly because you'll have this thing which is like IFS spring off, which is what I call it, where one wheel starts to unload because it's gone up and the other one's not all the way up and compressed, and you just have some interesting moments with IFS. But what you kind of want out here is you want each wheel moving in harmony with the other, which is what a solid axle does because it ties them together more than independent front suspension does. So you get really good articulation, plus you just get a lot of control because this axle is moving all together as one. And when you have a solid axle on the front and the rear, everything is just moving in harmony very, very nicely. You can't tell me that solid axles aren't the best. So, this is our transfer case. This is a Tremec transfer case. This is where all the magic happens. Because the Grenadier is actually a full-time four-wheel drive system, which means all four wheels are always turning. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what's the difference between four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive? All-wheel drive is wheel dependent, whereas four-wheel drive is more axle dependent. So this vehicle does not only have one locking differential, it actually has 3 locking differentials. A locking differential in the rear, the front, and in the transfer case. Now, any good four-wheel drive system, they're all gonna have a center locking differential because you need to lock the front and rear axles together to engage four-wheel drive. But in here, there's another locker as well, which basically locks these 2 wheels together. The reason that we want to lock these 2 wheels together is for grip. Here's a practical use of that. When you're on an undulating surface, right, you have like humps that you're going over with your vehicle and your wheels are articulating up and down. What the differential wants to do is send all the power to the side with the least resistance. Basically what I have is one wheel that has traction, but none of the power is being sent to it. And another wheel that has no traction and all the power is being sent to it. And so now you've got this wheel spinning and it's not contacting anything on the ground. This wheel is touching the ground, but you can't get any power here. So here's what we're gonna do. Right here, you have your rear locker, and I have my front locker. And instead of getting stuck this time, no fancy trickery, no special computer systems that are helping us with grip that isn't really there. Just a electrical locker that engages a pin, and therefore we have tons and tons of grip. Very, very good.
So you guys will have this back together by this afternoon, right?
Yeah, we're just doing a quick oil
I'm just
change.
gonna I want to take it out.
Yeah, of course. I totally feel that. And like I said, this one will be done sometime later this afternoon.
Awesome.
3, 2, 1. Holy!
Oh my God! Man, you're causing a mess.
This is so catastrophic.
There you go. There it comes. Hey!
All right. Now this is a BMW B58 engine, and actually this thing is tuned down a little bit for reliability purposes because Ineos wanted this to last longer in their vehicles, which makes a lot of sense. This thing's about durability, not going fast, but you might recognize this engine because it's also in the Toyota Supra, the new one. It's an inline 6 with a turbo on it, and in Europe you can even get the B57, which is the diesel variant of this pretty much exact same engine. These are really, really good engines. They're stout and they're mated to a ZF SOX transmission, so if you look inside, you'll notice that the shifter looks a lot like something out of a BMW. That's because it is. Again, these are BMW transmissions, but ZF SOX actually supplies lots of transmissions across the board for lots of different manufacturers. Basically what we're getting to is Ineos went to the parts bin and spent as much money as they possibly could on finding all the best parts to make a vehicle. They went to Magna Steyr, they found the frame. They went to BMW, found their best engine that even Toyota would use. They went to Tremec and found the right transfer case. They went to ZF SOX and found the right transmission to put power through 8 speeds. And then they went to Carraro and they found the right axles that are super durable for this thing so it'll last for forever. Basically, they found all the best parts. And if you send an email and a couple $100 right behind it, you can tune this thing pretty easily to make some more power out of it. And it feels good on the street. It's definitely not a race car by any means, but I think where it really excels is on the trail. Woo! All right. Easy, Lassie. This thing handles like it's on rails. Oh yes, yes, yes. More of this. Maybe this is a Baja truck. This thing definitely isn't meant to be a race truck, but it has lots of torque down low, which is very nice for rock crawling and slow speed maneuvers. But honestly, this B58 still gets up and goes pretty quick. And look, I think through all of this, we learned a lot. We got to put our hands on everything that makes this car what it is. And I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. Look, like, Ineos has things to fix. Do I wish this car was $20,000 cheaper? Absolutely. Do I also wish that the caster angle was better? Do I wish the turning radius was better? Yeah, sure, whatever. But here's the thing. Ineos is making a car that consumers actually wanted, that us enthusiasts actually begged for. It's an old school, real off-roader with a ladder frame and solid axles and all the things that we've been asking for. And we should be paying attention to that because that is a manufacturer actually listening to us. Unfortunately, right now, the Toyotas, the Nissans, the other companies of the world, I don't feel like they're listening to us. I have this old school Land Cruiser and it's because Toyota hasn't made a Land Cruiser like this in 30 years. But Ineos is. They're trending in the right direction. The Defender 110 that this is somewhat based off of That's an old school car that they basically made new. That's what you and I have been asking for literally forever. That's pretty cool. And the best part is for you and I as consumers, they create competition as well. That means other manufacturers have to keep up with this because this thing is gaining popularity in the United States and Australia and all over the place. So we learned a lot. We took this whole thing apart and it was all in the name of science. And I have to thank Heber because I couldn't have done it without him. He's one of the best assets we have here at Donut. He's an absolute gem.
Dude, thank you to Ineos for letting us tear apart this brand new Grenadier. It's
absolutely
awesome. The opportunity to just do all this is amazing.
Heber, why do you have a turbo-sized bulge in your jacket? You have to leave it in.
Just one.
No, definitely not just one turbo.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Atlanta, Georgia, we will be in your town shooting the finale of The Big Trip at Caffeine and Octane. You can get general admission tickets, watch us film the finale there, or you can bring your car and run the track. If you missed the finale of High Low in Tucson last year, we're going to be doing it kind of the same way. Come on out. We'll see you there. November 22nd.
Onward, Zach. Onward to Atlanta.